here we go. Let's get started. Oh, hold on. Just checking my messages. And hey, thanks for the follow. I appreciate those new people that are following here. I think I'm all set up. Here's my box cutter. We're ready to go for our first box of Select. Oh, here's best laid plans. My garbage is all the way over there. All right, here we go. Here we go. I got my fire all set up. When the big ones. Like I said, this is our 7th case, so I could speak that there's no guarantee. We've had, out of the 6 boxes that we broke, 5 of them had color wheels in it. Out of the 6 boxes we broke, 4 of them had zebras in it, and 5 of them had 1-of-1s in it. Okay, so that's the, just being upfront about that. So they are case hits. There's case hits. Let's see what we got here. Good luck, good luck. Let's start with our first stack. Have a little first stack fire here. Okay, what are we looking at here? We're looking at Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick is our first card of the break. There we go. Tyler Reddick. Zane Smith. Ken Schrader. A Prism. A nice little silver there. Alex Bowman and Fuego. Kyle Petty. We have Bobby Labonte, William Byron, and Dale. How about a little white Dale out of 99? Hey, oh, good call. Nice job, Joe B. And ready? How about a gold Richard Petty right off the bat? Look at that. There's a good start. Oop, that's the wrong penny sleeve. Hold on. These are got all my penny sleeves mixed up. Look at that. Congrats. Who had Richard Petty? Let's give a shout out right away. That's first. Here we go. This is 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Oh, was that a giveaway? Look at that. That's why you got to join the giveaways. Let me give a shout out. Who had the free Richard Petty? That's going to Duncan. Is Duncan here? Hold on. Joe B, can I give you power and then can I add you? Can you tag if you're going to be around? Can I give you a little power there? Hey, Hook 'em Collectibles. Hey, we're just getting started. And look what we got, everybody. Okay, there's our beginning. Hey, thank you, T-Mac. T-Mac, you could have the power too. If you're gonna be around, here is. So if you could tag those guys, I know people. It's been There's Richard Petty. That was our first one. We're gonna put that in the fire right away. Starts off with the fire. Richard Petty. Hey, that is a gold 10 out of 10. Congrats. That's a good start. Hey. Oh. That looked weird. Hold on. Connor Mosak and Matty D. Ricky Stenhouse. And, this is a good box. How about a Ryan Blaney color wheel to start us off? Look at that. We got a Richard Petty out of 10 and a Ryan Blaney color wheel to start our first box. Oh boy, and I got to move Richard Petty out of the fire. Very nice. Who had Ryan Blaney? Let's give a little shout out to that. We're looking at B Beans. Congrats. I think we're going to share. This is one box. First box here. Richard Petty, Ryan Blaney, right off the bat. Very nice. Let's keep it going. We got Ryan Blaney Sensations. Here is Ross Chastain. Here's another one. If you are interested in these, send me a message. I'd be happy to toss some of these in for you. I haven't won anything. My little sweatshop. I have 3 boys, and if they want extra time on their computer, because we cut them off, no electronics during the week. If they want extra time, you got to enter 50 cards. So, and I've won a T-shirt. Is all I've ever won. There's Mark Martin, Carson Kvapil. How about Kaz? Little Kaz in the tricolor. Joey Logano numbers. And there's Josh Berry. There's our first high number, our first trackside. Josh Berry trackside. Little Heim time. Frankie Nunez. Here is Alex Bowman. And the next autograph is Landon Castle. Here's a purple Landon Castle auto. Let's take a look at that. Now, if you're new, don't worry. I'm gonna top load anything under 100 gets a top loader. Anything. I'll top load all the refractor, the prisms and stuff like that. I'll top load all those, and then send them out. Not to worry. There's Carson Hocevar. Here's Josh Berry, Ken Schrader, Tyler Reddick silver, little prism there, Dale, and Jake Garcia to finish off that stack. That was a great stack. A little Richard Petty. I don't want to be an alarmist, but usually Richard Petty has a pretty solid autograph. That he must have been signing that while he was moving or something, because that's a little scratchy on that Richard Petty. And a Ryan Blaney color wheel to start us off. And then a Landon Castle autograph. You're like, you got a Landon Castle? Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. Richard Petty, I have such respect. He's like keeping the, he was so personable, keeping the race. He was the face of NASCAR for the longest time. Oh, like here we're looking for a zebra. Ready? In this one box, yeah. Oh no, time gets all of us. I agree. Christian Eckes, Ben Rhodes, Josh Berry, Prism, Josh Berry and Fuego, John Hunter. That's Luke Fenhouse and Nick Sanchez. Here is J Mac, purple or lavender, and how about a Bailey Curry? Very nice on the selective swatches. That looks like fire suit there. Chandler Smith, Dale, Connor Zillage is our first Connor Zillage, and how about a Kyle Larson? A Kyle Larson tie-dye. My favorite parallel of them all is a tie-dye. I was a big die cut fan, but I think tie-dye has taken that over. I did like the die cuts, but the tie-dye kind of took over that for me. I think that's a lot of color there. I enjoy that. Congrats. This is a nice box. Kyle Busch. We got Justin Haley. And Chase Briscoe. Kaz. Chase Briscoe. Tricolor. And look at this. Here is a blue. Give me a second on that. We've got to do a little dueling here. Frankie Nunez. Bill Elliott, Wallace Allen, a purple Ricky the Dragon Stenhouse. We got Ryan Preece, numbers. More Richard Petty. And the last pack is Alex Bowman, Daniel Dye, Denny Hamlin red. Another Richard Petty, Kyle Petty, and Sammy Smith. All right, take a look. This is how we deal with that. First of all, let me get this one. The blue one is out of 49. So let me top load that right away. What we do is we just roll the dice on this. We do a little duel here just for Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick. Now, we're not going to worry about who paid what for what. It's 50-50 chance here, because I think Tyler Reddick was a giveaway. So all we do is we roll the dice. 0 through 4 is Bubba Wallace. Let me get on camera here. 0 through 4 is Bubba Wallace. And then 5 through 9 is Tyler Reddick. Here we go. Number 9, so Tyler Reddick. Let me keep track of this. That's the blue one. Remember, that's out of 49. And Tyler Reddick went to that one. Tyler Reddick is there. And then we'll do the next one. We'll keep that. We'll show that at the end. And then here's the Richard Petty. Again, 0 through 4 is the left side. And Kyle Petty is on the right side. 0, so that's Richard Petty. Look at that, the freebies. The two giveaways received those rolls. Congrats. And there's our box number 1. That was a good start. Let's grab this one. Box number 2. Here comes the zebras. Let's go box number 2 now. Okay. And then don't worry, I'm recording. Okay. If you do step away, not to worry. I'm recording this. So if you want to check, not that Whatnot does a bad job, but it's always. I've had a little trouble, honestly, seeing the video of breaks I joined. So I decided I'll just record them and post them on my YouTube channel. If you're following the YouTube channel, you'll get notifications that, the video was posted. I did not post yesterday's video yet. Like I said, we had to drive out early to get to a parade today. So I'll post that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm not doing any breaks. Tomorrow is work day. It's catch-up day. Not mustard day, catch-up day. All right, here we go. We got Bobby Labonte and William Byron. Here is Connor Mosack, tricolor. Sensations, Sam Meyer. Followed by Tyler Reddick and Zane Smith. Here's a William Byron, high number. The trackside William Byron. Andre Perez de Lara. He looks young, or I'm old. And there's your Joey Goss. There's Joey Goss autograph. Hold on, I got my penny sleeves in the wrong spot here. How's Joey Goss blue? Joey G? Joey G autograph? He's not even looking forward. Again, mean joke. Hey. Mean joke. Why would he be looking backwards? He's never in the ahead of anybody. I know, mean joke, I'm sorry. But there's our first autograph of the box. Greg Biffle. Obviously, you can tell I'm not a cut down person. Alex Bowman, Daniel Dye. We got Bill Elliott, silver, prism there. Yeah, he's getting laughed. Joe B, yes. Ross Chastain. We're at Clint Boyer, followed by Bill Elliott, Wallace Allen. Here's Ken Schrader. Ken Schrader, silver, the prism. Riley Hurst. Brent Cruz. Chase Briscoe and Kaz. Looks like a white Carson Koppel out of 99. And memorabilia, little Chris Buescher. Okay. Now I do got a little apologies here. I top load these. I was not prepared for these not fitting into the standard 130 count top loader. I have ran out of 180 point top loaders. I ordered more, but I'm going to get these sent out to you quickly. So if it's not autographed or anything, it's going to be in just a regular penny sleeve. Sorry about that. It's just time. Anthony Alfredo and Carl Edwards. There's a nice Carl. We were just talking about a beautiful Carl Edwards autograph, and there it is. Very well. Yeah, I started to fill and putting my top loaders in and went, oh my goodness, I don't have any 180 point. So I'm just saving a few boxes for the remaining, autograph ones until the shipment comes in. So those will be just in penny sleeves. I feel bad about that. I go to my local card store and ask for them, and he's like, I don't carry 180 point top loaders. All right, here is box number 2. So far, so good. We have Matty D and Mark Martin. There's our first Mark Martin card. Chase Elliott, purple. Frankie Nunez and Fuego. Jesse Love. Here is Brett Cruz and Caden Honeycutt. And oh, all right. Speaking of Caden Honeycutt, here is an emerald. An emerald Caden Honeycutt. Let me get this taken care of first. How about out of 5? Number 5 out of 5. Not a 1-of-1, but pretty close. There you go. We always put the golds and emeralds up front. There you go. There's our first stand right there. A little Caden Honeycutt. Who had Caden Honeycutt? Give a little cheer. This is going to T-Mac. T-Mac, you're here, right? There you go. Congrats, T-Mac. That's not the low number of the night. Hopefully we have a 1-of-1 coming up, but pretty close. All right, we'll get to Ryan Blaney and Joey Logano duel in a second. Here is Frankie Nunez. We have Greg Biffle and Clint Boyer, Sammy Smith tricolor, followed by Kyle Busch. Now here's our Kyle Busch red. You got to check the marquee, check the banner for those. And Jeremy Clements. We got Jesse Love, and there's Matt D. Matt D high number. Matt D trackside. Connor Zillage. Let's get the Connor Zillage going. Here's a purple Connor Zillage. And Fuego Lane Riggs. Josh Berry. All right, Ken Schrader and Ryan Preece. Here is Tanner Gray, blue. Chase Elliott Sensations. Ken Schrader. We got Frankie Nunez and Josh Berry. Josh Berry Prism. More Connor Zillage numbers. And our last card of box number 2 is Ryan Preece. All right, and again, I'm going to point out right here. Take a look at this. Here is the parallels, inserts. Here is the base. These are base. These are pit roads and grandstands. That's a pretty nice ratio. You got about 60 to 40. That's how it should be. Honestly, I was very upset at Prism, which it was about 75-80% base. So I do like that. I like that. That's what the look is. Here, let's decide on Ryan Blaney versus Joey Logano duel. Remember, 0 through 4 is Ryan Blaney. There's Joey Logano. 0 is Ryan Blaney. All right. And there is 2 boxes in. Plenty of break left. Pretty good start. A gold Richard Petty right there in the fire, and a Ryan Blaney. There you go. Yes. Sorry. I'm paranoid about that. I always count the packs. Because, go quick. Like I said, if you're watching this on YouTube, or you want to watch it on YouTube later, you can always pause the screen and see. So I try to move quick. It's a balancing act. Some people are like, no, let's just go slow. Other people are like, nope, that's taking too long. You've had them all. So here we go. Good luck. Box number 3. Let's start with that one. We have Richard Petty, same start as last time. Sammy Smith. Here is Riley Hurst on the Prism. Riley Hurst on the numbers. We got Ryan Preece, Kyle Petty, Connor Mosack. Here's Matt Kenseth, Prism. Wade Bynum and Fuego. Jeremy Clements. Ross Chastain. Here comes something turned around. Carson Hocevar. There's Kyle Larson. And it looks like Austin Hill. A nice Austin Hill selective swatches. Now, look at the difference between, remember, these say race-used, race-worn material, whereas the Donruss said just not necessarily in race-used or race-worn. Jesse Love, Jake Garcia, Denny Hamlin. Here's an orange Chase Elliott. Take a look at that. That's out of 49. Not Not too shabby, not too shabby. Chandler Smith. We got Greg Biffle here. Chase Elliott again. Joe Nemechek. Alex Bowman. Tricolor. And how about Austin Cindric? The Enfuego Red. These are out of 99. Oh, keep them in the right stack. And Todd Gilliland. High number. Tony B. and Daniel Hemrick. Sammy Smith. Tricolor. Daniel Suarez, numbers, and one more high number, looking like Ricky Stenhouse. Very good, very good. That's our first half of box number 3. Looking for some autographs. I don't think we got an autograph yet. It's probably coming up right now. How are we feeling? How's the first impressions? That first box was good, but the second box had the emerald in it. Let's see what the third box has. All right, good luck. We have Chandler Smith, Justin Haley. Here's Tyler Reddick, and an autograph memorabilia of Spencer Boyd. Okay. A red. These reds are out of 49. It looks like Fire Suit. It looks like Fire Suit. The autograph, what do you think? I'll give him a C. Let's see, it's not just one letter and 2 letters, but maybe you could do better than that. Sorry, not getting too much screen time. Ken Schrader. We got Chris Buescher, Sam Meyer. Here is Justin Allgaier Blue, followed by Tyler Reddick Sensations. Josh Berry. Tanner Gray, Kyle Larson. Here is this is a lime green. These are out of 75. Kaz Grala. A little lime green there. Sheldon Creed Sensations. And Mark Martin. Pit Road over there. Riley Hurst, Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson purple, and Ryan Blaney again, numbers. Carson Quapple, Daniel Suarez, Justin Bonsignor, Ty Dillon, Prism. We got Austin Cindric again, and Fuego. We got Heim Time, the Ty Gibbs, Brad K. We got Dave Reagan. And how about a Cliff Daniels blue? There's a color match. See, now there's a good autograph there. I like that. You got a blue Cliff Daniels. These are out of 45. I got my penny sleeves in the wrong spot here. Here's Cliff Daniels. Cliff Daniels blue color match. We got a blue, looks like sheet metal. It doesn't say. Maybe it's Fire Suit. Okay, what do you think? Can you see? I just that makes me think. See that little glow right there? It makes me think sheet metal. I don't want to rub my finger on it. Yeah, hey, that'd be cool. A pit sign. That's maybe what the reflection is. That'd be really nice. Yeah, could be a golf ball. It's so Cliff Daniel got the blue color match. This is numbered 24 out of 35. That's a nice card. I think that's going on the Wall of Fame for people to take a look at. And then one more from that box. Frankie Nunez. I like that card. Could be fun. Yeah, I'm not gonna rub my fingers all over it, even though I have washed my hands, of course. But I don't. It's your card. Your card. I don't want to. You can get the card and pull it out and open it up and see what it's like. It's up to you. But for your card, who was that missed it? Oh, that was Cliff Daniels. That last one was a Cliff Daniels. It's a color match because he's wearing the Hendrix fire suit. So it's a good color match. And we're debating whether the patch it does not look like Fire Suit. So we were thinking, and then I'm like, why would they put an auto in there? Okay. The top left, okay, we got in the fire there, the top left, that's Cliff Daniels, right there. That's Cliff Daniels. And in the fire up there, we got Richard Petty out of 10 and a Ryan Blaney color wheel. But I don't want to ruin anybody's card, but that's a good Cliff Daniels color match, blue. And we're thinking that would be really nice if it was the sign. If it was a pit sign, I think that'd be really cool for the pit crew. Okay, Matt Mills, Bubba Wallace again, Bubba Wallace Prism, Bubba Wallace Sensations. That's 3 Bubba Wallaces in a row. Kaz Grala, we got Dale Jarrett, David Reagan. How about Cole Custer Prism, a silver one. Alex Bowman Numbers. There's Bill Elliott. Cole Custer again, Spencer Boyd. Here's Carson Hocevar. And how about a little Swervin' Irvin. A red. These are out of 49. It's 46. 46 out of 49. There you go. Well, here comes a tie-dye. Lawless Allen, Andre Perez, Tyler Ankrum, and J-Mac. Jay McMurray. Jay McMurray tie-dye out of 25. Give me a second here. Can't be a door number. It's 10. Number 10 out of 25. There you go. That's a nice tie-dye. I like the tie-dyes. Jeff Gordon and Fuego. Alex Bowman. Ryan Blaney. Brendan Jones. Alan Cole Wiki. Tricolor. And old-time Richard Petty. Numbers Richard Petty. These are blues out of 49. 49 for the blues. Zane Smith. There you go. There's picking up Zane Smith. High number. Terry Labonte. Carl Edwards. Carson. Quapple. And Fuego. Corey Heim. And one more. Tyler Reddick. High number. Tyler Reddick trackside. All right, let's see what we got for box number 4. We're still plenty of break left here. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy the show. Thanks again, everybody, for stepping up and filling the break. I appreciate that. And like I said, this is our last full case break we're going to do for Select. We're moving to some mixers and some, Wednesday is baseball. If you're a baseball person, join Wednesday's break. Pick your team baseball. Hold on, we're cheating. Oh. Right away. I see a little zebra right there. A little zebra. Here we go. Ty Dillon, Matt Kenseth. There's Chase Elliott. Lime Green out of 75. Chase Briscoe, Sensations. Ben Rhodes. We have Ernie Irvan, black and white Ernie Irvan. Lane Riggs, Lawless Allen, purple. Jeff Gordon, numbers. Luke Fenhouse, Butterbean right there. J-Mac again. Frankie Nunez, the burgundy or maroon. And little Derek DeKraus. This is just no number. Looks like just a regular Derek Kraus. But an autograph nonetheless. Autograph. We'll show all the autographs at the end. Here is Chase Briscoe. Getting close. Austin Hill. Connor Daly. David Reagan, silver. On the Prism. Riley Hurst, red. Noah Gregson. Here is Christopher Bell. Joey Logano. Chase Elliott. And how about a Kevin Harvick autograph? That's a good autograph too. Kevin Harvick has a nice auto. Kevin Harvick blue autograph. This one's numbered 81 out of 99. Little Kevin Harvick blue. Here we go. Good luck. We have Dale, Noah Gregson, Corey Day, and a little zebra of Greg Biffle. I was hoping for, not that I don't like Greg Biffle, I was hoping for something a little bigger than Biffle. But who had Greg Biffle here? That's a good pickup. Got your admission price paid for right there. Ain't gonna. I heard that in a while. Okay, all right, we'll put that on the wall also. Hey, and it's nice zebra. I do like a zebra. Okay, who had Greg Biffle? Is that going to? We're looking at Caldwell. I haven't seen him in a while. Maybe he stepped away. Congrats on that. Oh, we'll get to that one here. Let's finish up Connor Zillage for that. Oh, well, there you are. There you go. A zebra. Zebra's not too shabby. Congratulations on that. Here we go. Little duel. Daniel Suarez versus Ross Chastain. It's going 2-0 again. I'll keep rolling zeros. Daniel Suarez. Sorry, I had to write that down. The first one I did, I didn't write it down, and then I had to watch the whole break again. Of course, I was so excited. Okay, how did Snoop Dogg put it? You know, I'm excited about watching me. I like to thank me for just being me. So it was fun watching myself in the break. I realized once I have some time, I'm going to put a little voice filter on it because my voice is a little tinny. I wish it sounded like Barry White or something. That'd be cool. All right. Well, we're looking for ones, but if we're talking case hits, we had a zebra already. We had a color wheel already. Now, I will say we've had a case that had 2 color wheels in it. So anything can happen. We're on box number 5. So don't go anywhere. Let's take a look. And while you're here, if you're enjoying what's going on, please follow. Like I said, we do plenty of NASCAR, baseball. Okay. Going to get back into WWE also. Jeff Gordon, Anthony Alfredo. Here's a Ty Dillon red. Chase Elliott and Fuego. Ty Gibbs. We have Todd Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse. Brad K, and Ross Chastain sensations. The Dinger, Kurt Busch, and how about Jesse Love? A little Jesse Love high number. Jake Garcia, and here comes an autograph of Austin Dillon, 83. It's a trackside action. Blue. 4, number 4, that was close. Number 4 out of 99. That's not too bad. It's a blue out of 99. There you go. Hey, Lori, that's for you. Congrats on that. If you're taking a screenshot, I'm getting United Sports Cards. Look at me. I'm so shameless. I'm getting United Sports Cards in the background. There's Brad K. Oh, I think I'm upside down. We have SVG. I think that's our first one. Austin Beers. Darrell Waltrip. In the Tide car. Dale. Chris Buescher. We're looking at Greg Biffle and Kane Honeycutt. Tyler Reddick. Silver. Ty Gibbs and Fuego. Sam Meyer. Greg Biffle. We got Clint Boyer. Here is Joey Logano. Burgundy. Remember, these are out of 125. There's a pretty close to purple trackside are out of 85. So those are pretty close. And how about a William Byron? William Byron Sparks. And then Chase Elliott to finish off that half a box. if you do, Ted, you can take a picture. Let me know. I can hold it up for you. And I'm on Tweet Talk and InstaFace. I'm all over the place. The Duncan, the Petty Auto, it's out of 10. It's 10 out of 10. It's a gold. It's a gold on that Petty Auto. Pretty nice. It's a pretty nice Richard Petty. So, yeah, congrats on that. I like how they're being consistent. The golds are out of 10. I like that. The emeralds are out of 5. They're pretty consistent through the products. Justin Allgaier. Here's another Austin Dillon. Daniel Dye silver. Richard Petty. Daniel Suarez. Let's keep going. Lane Riggs and Austin Hill. Here is, I thought that was purple, but a William Byron tie-dye. More tie-dye. I think that's our third one. Let's see. Could be a door number. It is number 11 out of 25. There you go. Very nice. We'll show all of those at the end. Don't worry. Here is, let's put this on hold for a second. Kyle Larson. Just getting them all on camera. Matt Kenseth and Ernie Irvan. Got Ty Gibbs tricolor. And Justin Allgaier blue. Jeb Burton, followed by, hold on, I'm going to keep my stacks organized. Ty Dillon. Here's Greg Biffle, high number on the track side. J-Mac, red. And Fuego, Brad K, Riley Hurst. We have Arkham Marola and Jimmy Johnson. Chandler Smith out of 99. That's a color match, the Long John Silver color match. Jesse Love Sensations. Christian Rose. And the last pack, Alan Kulwicki, where's Raja? SVG Purple. And, how about sneaking in a little Darrell Waltrip? Let's get Justin Bonsignor on camera. A little Darrell Waltrip autograph. There's a nice autograph. Of course, he has a Gatorade cup in his hand. Good advertising there, Darrell. It is number 9 out of 49. A little purple for Darrell Waltrip. And we'll get the dice out. I'll roll with my left hand this time. Ready? 2. So Justin Haley. In for that one. And here we go. There's box number 5. Okay, not even halfway done yet. Let's keep enjoying ourselves. Okay. Box number 6. And if you're following in our Facebook group, right after this, we're going to go straight to our Facebook group, and we have we do little mini breaks in Facebook. Like each week I post a football mini break, I post a NASCAR mini break, and I post a baseball mini break. And if they fill, they fill. If they don't, that's okay. I'll just sell the box. This week, it's the baseball was Boys of Summer and a Donruss, a little mixer there. The NASCAR was 1 box of Donnie and 1 box of Select. And I think the football was an Origins one. So, pretty. If you're not in there, okay. Nothing big on Zillage. There was some Zillage, but nothing big yet. There's no out of 5. Our out of 5 was Caden Honeycutt right up there, if you can see. Here, let me show that again, just to brag. That was our out of 5 so far. Maybe this is the Caden Honeycutt break. We have Bill Elliott and Lawless Allen. There's Zane Smith. Zane Smith, the lime green. Ross Chastain and Daniel Suarez again. We'll roll that. Ty Dillon. Chase Briscoe and Kaz. There's Kyle Larson. Corey Haim and Fuego. We got Darrell Waltrip and Connor Zillage. See, just mentioned Connor Zillage's name. Austin Beers. Here's a high number Austin Beers. Daniel Dye Purple. And how about Brendan Poole? Okay, look at this one. Here's a Brendan Poole autograph. A tie-dye. A tie-dye Brendan Poole. Looks like tires. Numbered 5 out of 25. I think that's worth your admission price if you paid $1 for Brendan Poole. There you go. That was a good gamble. That gamble paid off. A good autograph there. A lot of tie-dyes today. Matt Kenseth. We have Luke Fenhouse and Nick Sanchez. Daniel Hemrick on the Prism Daniel Hemrick. Bubba Wallace Sensations. Ernie Irvin. Christian Eckes and Ben Rhodes. Chase Briscoe on a Prism. Alex Bowman. Numbers. Lane Riggs. Here comes some more color coming up. We got Sheldon Creed. KK. David Reagan Blue. And, oh, how about another Zane Smith. Look at that. Another Zane Smith. And a Zane Smith tie-dye again. This time, selective swatches. It looks tires. I think tires. Selective swatch there. Well, congrats. And one more. Austin Hill. Zane Smith all over the place today. Let's get our dice. Time for another duel. We got Daniel Suarez versus Ross Chastain. Here we go. 8. Ross Chastain for that one. Let's keep that going. All right, here we go. Last box of number 6, and then we're halfway through the break. See what we see. How are we feeling so far? What's your halfway through the break thought? Still looking for a 101, and nothing wrong with having a second zebra. That was the least amount of case hits. 5 of the 7 cases so far had a zebra in it, so we could use another zebra. How about Frankie Nunez and Josh Berry? Here is Ty Gibbs, orange, an orange Ty Gibb. Kevin Harvick and Justin Allgaier. Keep it going with Carson Kvapil versus Corey Heim. Tanner Gray. And a little Kyle Petty, Richard Petty, red. Matty D, Mark Martin, and the Dinger. Allmendinger on a high number. KK Blue, Butterbean, and Fuego. Austin Dillon. Bobby Labonte, William Byron. Here is a white, Matt Kenseth out of 99. Sensations, Chase Briscoe. Amarola. Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith. Connor Zillage Prism. And Jeff Gordon, numbers. Jimmy Johnson, and the last pack of the first half of the break is Alex Bowman, Daniel Dye. We got Christopher Bell. And a little last pack magic. How about a Bobby Labonte autograph? Let's get Jeb Burton on camera. But a Bobby Labonte autograph. It's not numbered. It's the legendary, or legends. There you go. Congrats, Bobby. That's all yours. Hold on, one more. Let me put this in top load right away. Richard Petty versus Kyle Petty. All right, let's see what we got. We're looking at 0. I'm rolling zeros today. Richard Petty. There we go. That's our second one. That's a red one. Hold on, let me write that down. Richard Petty red, because we've had just base card Richard Petty. And there we go. Let me clean up. We're halfway through the break. 6 boxes gone, 6 boxes to go. Start off strong. Start off strong with a color wheel. We're still looking for a 101. Okay, that might be coming up. Okay, so don't go anywhere. Let's start with box number 7 right there. After I clean up just a touch. Don't like a messy workstation. Unless I'm the one making the mess. All right, good luck, everybody. How are we feeling, Chad? Yeah, there you go. See, sometimes you got to call it. Brad K 101. See, those are good. And hopefully your Labor Day is doing well today. If you're celebrating now, tell 100 of your closest friends about our breaks. Let's go. Here we're looking at box number 7. Looking for a 101. What else are we looking for? What do we have not seen? Little Denny Hamlin. Okay, there you go. Denny Hamlin. Usually Denny Hamlin's the freebie. We didn't give a free Denny Hamlin away this time. All right, let's start off strong. Sammy Smith and Kyle Petty, the Hot Wheels Kyle Petty. I like it. Ty Dillon, Kyle Busch, Sensations, Terry Labonte, Justin Haley and Richard Petty, Christian Rose, Tricolor, Ryan Priest, Numbers, John Hunter and Chandler Smith and Caden Honeycutt. There's another Caden Honeycutt. This is the Caden Honeycutt break. Sammy Smith and Jack Wood. I have not seen, I think this is our first Jack Wood autograph. It's purple out of 49. He must have been driving while he was doing that. This is the dog. That's what my, when we're playing charades, that's what my dog looks like. Jack, I'm not liking that signature. I have no idea what's going on there. Sometimes I think it's upside down. Yeah, sorry, I'm giving you a D+ on that. It's better than just an initial, but 33 out of 49. Better than just an initial. I guess I could make a J and a W maybe. Yeah, moving along. I think that's my first Jack Wood autograph I saw. Here we go, Carl Edwards. Sam Meyer and Chase Elliott. We got Danica. And another Kyle Petty. Richard Petty. Butterbean. Here comes Brad K and Chris Buescher. Bill Elliott. Silver. Alex Bowman and Fuego. Jamie McMurray. We got Connor Mosek and Ross Chastain. Carson Kvapil. And how about a Brittany Z? We had a gold one yesterday, and here comes a Brittany Z blue. The number out of 99. There we go. 9. Number 9 out of 99. Oh, she must have signed tons of stuff, because I think they took her out of the base sets a year ago, and they still have these. They're still showing those Brittany Z. This is in V Zamora. V Zamora. That's how that signature works. So yeah, I think a whole stack of stickers were signed there. Now, if you want on card, hey, Papa's kids, how was your Labor Day? I'm glad you stopped by. I haven't seen you in a while. All right, we got Kevin Harvick here and Kyle Busch and Kyle Busch. Oh, Kyle Busch. Here's a Kyle Busch tie-dye. That's a good start. A lot of tie-dyes. A lot of tie-dyes going. Where's Kyle? Oh, there you go. I'm like, where's Kyle? Kyle FB. There you go. Kyle Busch tie-dye. Number 24. 24 out of 25. Congrats on that one. Jeff Gordon. Connor Daly. Michael McDowell and Darrell Waltrip. Here is Riley Hurst. And another tie-dye. How about a Richard Petty? A Richard Petty and Fuego tie-dye. It's the tie-dye break. Only had one gold. This is our like 6th tie-dye. Pretty fun, pretty fun. See on the marquee, you got to check the marquee out. The marquee has the Enfuego, has the tie-dye on it. On those. Everybody else is borders. That's the only one. The Enfuego does have Daniel Hemrick and Danica Patrick. SVG, high number. SVG, trackside. Christian Eckes. Maroon. Joey Logano, Sensations. Christopher Bell. We got Justin Bonsignor and Ty Gibbs. Here's a white Matt Mills. That's out of 99. Number 6. Number 6 out of 99. And how about Kyle Larson? A little Kyle Larson patch. A little Sparks. Kyle Larson Sparks patch. More Matt Mills. Here is Denny Hamlin and Tony B. Kevin Harvick, purple. Brad K. numbers. Joey Logano. And let's finish off with Carson Hocevar, Jake Garcia, Kaz Grala, silver. Josh Berry and Fuego, and Noah Gregson to finish off that box. Here is another Richard Petty, Kyle Petty duel. And this one's going to number 1, Richard Petty. There we go. Box number 8. We'll grab this one. Yeah, we usually have a little more gold. Maybe it's coming up. Maybe the golds are coming up. We usually have a little more gold, but we had a lot of tie-dyes so far. Still looking for that elusive 101. And nothing wrong with getting another color wheel. I wouldn't throw it away. I wouldn't throw it away if we got another color wheel. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. I didn't watch the end of the race, okay, but coming along on my stream, what happened? What happened with Chase Briscoe? Someone was saying the move was illegal. The move should be illegal. Anybody? I didn't watch it. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow while I'm sorting through these. But it's on in the background. Like I never deep couch sit and watch anything. But I gotta keep an eye out for that apparently. Brett Cruz and Kane Honeycutt. There's Cole Custer. This is box number 8. And there's my one of my least favorite autographs in the world. Nick Sanchez. If you're a Nick Sanchez fan, I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean, but nope. That's not a big autograph. Clean race? Yeah, somebody was saying, somebody texted and said that move should be illegal. That's all I saw. And so I'm going to watch it, and I'm not sure. All right, here, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about, this is a little on the rare side. Yeah, we've seen after 7 cases, if you've been with us a lot, we talk about that. The Alex Bowman, that's our first one. It's the first Alex Bowman NASCAR. We had 4 in the case. Usually we average about 3 per case. Yesterday we had 4. But if you're putting the rainbow together, if you're putting your set together for your driver, and you get one, pick one of those up early, because those are a little rare. I think we're only getting 3 or 4 per case. Chase Elliott, the Dinger, and Kurt Busch. Here is Daniel Suarez, tricolor. Christopher Bell, red. Ty Gibbs, looking very young. Todd Gilliland and Ricky Stenhouse. Chase Briscoe. And a Daniel Dye autograph. See, that's a little better. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look. That's all I heard. So I figured if anybody was fired up about it, I mean, if anybody was Daniel Dye, this is number 40 out of 99. If anybody is fired up about it, I figured you guys would say something. John Hunter, JHN there. Jeff Gordon, Anthony Alfredo, Austin Dillon. There's an Austin Dillon red. Chase Briscoe, numbers. Chandler Smith, Alan Kolwicki, Raja. Ty Gibbs, silver. Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson. And then Justin Haley. Let's see what Jeff Gordon and Jimmy Johnson have to offer. A little duel here. 0 through 4 for Jeff Gordon. 5 through 9. Number 6, Jimmy Johnson. Laps of the weekend Xfinity race. It's pretty crazy. Okay. I will do that. Yeah, like I said, most of the time it's in the background while sorting your cards or shipping your cards or packing your cards. Okay, it's got on the background. Or folding laundry if my wife's listening. All right, here is box number 8. Let's see, come on. We still need some more gold. I'd like to see some more gold here. All right. Box number 8. Good luck. Let's get some more gold. Oh, I'm cheating here. Ready? We have Matty D, Mark Martin, and there is a tie-dye. Well, can't complain about tie-dye Austin Dillon. In the camouflage tie-dye. We'll see how many tie-dyes. We'll count at the end. See how many tie-dyes we had. Austin Dillon doing pretty well in today's break. And right behind it, little Bobby Labonte, blue on the patch, a little parallel. Blue, those are out of 35. That's not too bad. Daniel Suarez and Carson. Josh Berry, Tanner Gray, little Tanner Gray parallel purple. Richard Petty and Justin Bonsignor. Here is Frankie Nunez and Ken Schrader. Christian Rose, tricolor. Chase Elliott and Fuego. There's a high number, a little trackside, more Justin Bonsignor on the Toyota. Keep that in right stack. Corey Heim, Ryan Priest, Ben Rhodes, red. Ross Chastain, sensations. We got Ty Gibbs, Jeremy Clements, Jesse Love, Kurt Busch blue, Dale Earnhardt, numbers, Brad K, Greg Biffle. Here is Clint Boyer and more Justin Bonsignor. This was the Justin Bonsignor box. Ty Gibbs and Fuego and Chris Buescher to finish off box number 8. Let's see. We're about 66% for all you mathematicians out there. Looking like about 66% done. We got 4 boxes left. And like I said, sometimes call it out in chat. Sometimes you got to say it in chat. If you're playing blackjack and the table's cold, you got to move around a little bit. Sometimes you got to say it in chat who you're looking for. Make it happen, Captain. Let's see what more tie-dyes here. Let's see how we got. All right. Little Danny and Ross. Okay. Austin Dillon's been showing up, but we only had 1 gold. Usually we have a few more gold. Here comes, we'll say. Okay. Dare I say we have not had a redemption yet. Clint Boyer, Red Cruz. We complain about Panini a lot, but I would like to say Panini has been doing a pretty good job. There hasn't been too many redemptions. Remember that one time there was like one in every pack. There's Ricky Stenhouse and Connor Zilic and Fuego. Corey Heim. Here is Kane Honeycutt and SVG. Chase Elliott tricolor. Jimmy Johnson, numbers. Richard Petty, high number, that little trackside Richard Petty. Austin Beers. And the Dinger. How about Alex Bowman, followed by Riley Hurst autograph. I don't remember Riley Hurst's autograph being that bad. That looks like just an RH. He's been pressured into it. Frankie Nunez. Kurt Busch, Todd Gilliland. Here's Ernie Irvan purple. A tandem, Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano. We'll get back to that one. Josh Berry, Ricky Stenhouse, Jeff Gordon, more Richard Petty. For being a free spot, a giveaway Richard Petty is not too bad. And Fuego, Lane Riggs. That's Ken Schrader. Ryan Priest, Jeremy Clements, Justin Haley, silver. Chase Elliott, red. And there's Mark Martin to finish there. Here we go. Little duel. Ryan Blaney versus Joey Logano. And it's going to Ryan Blaney. Yeah. I just jinxed it. 2 C's, right. I just jinxed it. Now, we're going to get another Joe Nemechek redemption right now. Because I just jinxed it and said we haven't had a redemption. All right. Finishing up box number 9. See what we got. A lot of color. Ready? Jesse Love and Greg Biffle. Here's a blue Bubba Wallace. And Michael McDowell. Like I said, I'm a Michael McDowell magnet. A little color match. It's the yellow sheet metal. Come on. A very good autograph. Good autograph from Michael McDowell. It is numbered 16 out of 35. That's nice. That's a nice card. Autograph memorabilia. I like that. There's more color. Carson Quaffle and Zane Smith. Here's Bobby Labonte and John Hunter Nemechek. Followed by Brad K. Here's a Brad K. Looks like fire suit. More memorabilia. Zane Smith, William Byron, Matty D. Here's Spencer Boyd Green. Justin Allgaier and Fuego. Bobby Labonte. Here is Mark Martin, Carson Quaffle, little Sam Meyer tricolor, and Denny Hamlin sensations. Justin Haley trackside. Corey Heim, Frankie Nunez. Here's a purple AJ Allmendinger. Justin Allgaier numbers. William Byron. Josh Berry. Ken Schrader. Here comes another William Byron. Like I said, this is our second one. Maybe we'll get a few more. We didn't see one at the beginning of the break, but now we had two boxes in a row with these. The NASCAR parallel. Those are only on the high numbers. And the Dinger sensations and Matt DiBenedetto on the pit road. All right, come on. This is my emerald green. There is a little lonely emerald green. There we go. Now it's coming. Oop, there it is. All right, box number 10. And don't go anywhere. We'll show all the ones I top loaded. You know, we'll show those at the end. We'll take a look at those. And then don't forget, on Wednesday is baseball, Wednesday evening, little baseball. If you're a baseballer, if you know anybody who's baseball, please share that with people. And then on Daybreak Thursday at 9 Central. I'm a Central guy. I'm a Chicago guy. So 9 Central, we're doing Back to Donruss. Back to Donruss. And then Friday is our Go Big or Go Home break with 16 hobby boxes, 8 National Treasure, and 8 Select. All right, here we go. Good luck. Frankie Nunez, Josh Berry. Here's a blue Tyler Ankrum and Corey Day autograph. How about a blue Corey Day? There you go. Rookie card. Corey Day rookie card. Matt Kenseth, here it comes. Hold on. Ready? Ken Schrader, Todd Gilliland, and our second, there's Brad K. Brad K. color wheel. Looky. Our second color wheel of the break. Hold on, let's get my. I think I'm running out of the. This is, I think, one of my last box of 180 point. Joe B, is that you? He's a Brad K guy. Congrats. We'll put our 2 color wheels. Okay, I'm gonna move Richard Petty down here because we usually put the gold on stage right there, and we'll put 2 color wheels. Not too bad. See, look at that, like a ninja. There's. Okay, come on, Brad. Stay up there. There's Brad K. and Brian Blaney color wheel. There's in our fire there. Very nice. Congrats. It's our second. It's nice to have 2 of them there. Maybe like we started pretty hot. We're going to end pretty hot. Ernie Irvan, Ryan Preece, and Jeremy Clements. Little Heim Time tricolor. Richard Petty and Fuego. Here is Tyler Reddick, Jesse Love, Greg Biffle, Daniel Suarez, and our second Landon Castle. That's our second one. I think we had a Landon Castle autograph already. So Landon Castle got his money's worth today. We got Lane Riggs, Clint Boyer, how about Brett Cruz, Bill Elliott on the silver there, Carson Hocevar Sensations, Austin Hill, Bobby Labonte, William Byron, Daniel Suarez again, purple, William Byron and Fuego. There's Jimmy Johnson. Let's get the dueling die. Chase Elliott versus Kyle Larson in the tandem. Number 1, Chase Elliott. I think the left side is more prevalent today than the right side. It's a lot of left side winners there. And okay, yeah, we started strong. Kind of had a lull. Let's keep going. Let's see what else is in this case. I still like to see a 101 happening. Okay. Box number 10. We have Carson Kvapil and Corey Hennig. Here is Bobby Labonte Prime. Prism, I'm sorry, Daniel Suarez numbers. Ty Dillon. Chase Briscoe and Kaz Grala. Zane Smith Prism. Tyler Reddick Sensations. Justin Allgaier. Here is Bill Elliott and Lawless Allen. Followed by Corey Haim. Corey Haim out of 75. These are the lime green. And a Brandon Jones memorabilia on the Sparks. Here is Austin Dillon and Alex Bowman. Daniel Dye. And right there, Kevin Harvick. How about a Kevin Harvick Pit Road tie-dye? Lots of tie-dyes today. Kevin Harvick on the Pit Road. Number 6. 6 out of 25. Definitely show all those, and I'm going to count them. I'm really looking forward to counting how many we got. Looks like Ryan Blaney. No. Riley Hurst. Sorry, I couldn't read that. I should just look at the picture. Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith. Let me see if I can recognize him. Carson Quaffle, tricolor. Justin Allgaier, blue. Daniel Dye, high number, trackside. Matty D. Mark Martin, SVG red. Nice color match. Chandler Smith, and one more little Jeb Burton to finish off box number 10. All right, let's finish strong here. Say it. I won't be greedy. I'll take a 1 of 1 and a gold in this box. Is that too greedy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Yeah. Is that too greedy? 1 of 1 and a gold? Matt Mills, little Matt Mills. Yeah, sometimes you got to say it. Sometimes if you say it in chat, it does help. All right, here we go. First half of box number 11. Oh, this is one of those turned around boxes. We got Bubba Wallace and Dale Jarrett. Here's Austin Hill, purple. Noah Gragson, Andre Perez de Lara. We have J-Mac and Matt Mills. Justin Bonsignor, tricolor. SVG and Fuego. Carl Edwards, Butterbean, and Clint Boyer. This is the high number, Clint Boyer. Jeff Gordon, purple. And a little Jay Buford. Jay Buford. I saw this before. This freaked. I thought the select. I thought it was on his uniform. Okay. Yeah. I'm like, what? Wait. He's sponsored by Select. Oops. Moving along. Sorry. Yeah. Jay Buford case hit. Oh my God, my hands are shaking. You got a Jay Buford? No, you didn't. Yeah, we did. Corey Day and Terry Labonte. Michael McDowell. AI generated. Yeah. All of a sudden, they need to put one of those Yetis. Those Yetis are talking to me on here. Sensations. Ryan Blaney. Little Sasquatch. Joey Logano and Noah Gragson. Alex Bowman. And here is Cindric. Cindric here. I know those videos are great. I gotta advertise with United Sports Cards. It'll be like I'll be here. Like I should do a filter. Like one day I sign on and all of a sudden I'm a Yeti. That'd be fun to do. Christopher Bell. Yeah, I gotta work on my time on that. Connor Mosack. And how about oh, look at that one. That's not too bad. Here's wrong penny sleeve. Here's Chris Buescher. Come on, penny sleeve. There's Chris Buescher. Tie-dye Chris Buescher. Looks like fire suit. And Tanner Gray, a little Tanner Gray to finish there. Yeah, I appreciate the AI when they entertain me, because it's all about my entertainment. And speaking of entertaining, you know, a 101 would be really entertaining right now. Box number 11. Let's finish strong. All right, here we go. We have, oh, there's a gold, there we go. There's the gold I called for. No peeking. We have Christian Rose and Daniel Suarez. The gold is Justin Allgaier. Little bandit. Justin Allgaier, gold. Oh, could be a door number. Hold on a second. We're looking at 8. Oh, close. 8 out of 10. Like putting the gold on deck right here. Oh, hold on, I'm a little off. Let's slide over. Let's leave more room for more gold. There you go. All right, I got the gold I called for. Now we need the 101. And then you guys are going to think I sorted through the boxes. Ryan Blaney Sensations, Bubba Wallace. That's just how I roll here. I'm a lucky guy. Brendan Jones, Tanner Gray, Luke Fenhouse. Luke Fenhouse rookie, the lime green out of 75, Joey Logano. Dale Jarrett. Here is Tyler Ankrum and Ryan Blaney. Clint Boyer, purple. Dale, here's Dale Earnhardt in Fuego. Dave Reagan. We're looking at Spencer Boyd and Andres right there. A silver Lawless Allen. And Brad K. Sensations. Cole Custer. We have David Reagan and Cole Custer again. Little Caden Honeycutt. Blue. And William Sawalich. Autograph, trackside action autograph. Take a look there. We'll show all the autographs at the end also. Spencer Boyd. And finish up with Kyle Larson, Riley Hurst, and Daniel Suarez tricolor. Here's a red Kyle Busch in Fuego. A wild card, I'm going to write 101 on that. And Brent Cruz high number to finish box number 11. All right, how about a little last box magic here? Let's see what we got. Last box of the break. Thank you, everybody, and I really appreciate, hey, filling the break, jumping in, and picking up. Yeah, 6 and 6. I do appreciate that as we were cutting it close, and people jumped in, made some offers, and it really helped out. So thank you very much for doing that. And if you do enjoy what we're doing, please follow. If you're having fun with how we run the breaks, it'd be a great follow here, because this is really how we do it. And baseball on Wednesday. NASCAR day Thursday. Yeah. Here comes the Joe Nemechek 33, trackside 33. We've seen so many of those. Oh well, I think out of 5 is coming up. Here we go. Ready? Spencer Boyd and Andre, and an out of 5 of Connor Daly. All right, I think this is the first one that we've had 2 out of 5s. Connor Daly. This one is numbered 3. Number 3 out of 5. We'll put that right there, and right behind it is a Ty Gibbs selective swatch. Yeah, wrong Connor. Where's the Connor? Well, couldn't have a Connor Zillage out of 5 because we had that yesterday. Oh, I guess we could have 5 of them. That'd be nice. Connor Daly. They snuck him in there. Danica Patrick and Tyler Ackram. Ryan Blaney and Tyler Reddick. Here is our third NASCAR backdrop. Tyler Reddick. Come on, this box has some good stuff in it. Get that 101. SVG, Michael McDowell. Here is Brennan Jones, Tanner Gray, a tricolor Ty Gibbs, and a blue Ryan Blaney. Sam Meyer, Kyle Larson, and Riley Hurst. Dale Earnhardt, purple. Ooh, one more duel, Austin Dillon versus Kyle Busch on the tandem. Darrell Waltrip, Christian Rose, Daniel Suarez, Christian Eckes, Jimmy Johnson, and Fuego. Kevin Harvick, Justin Bonsignor, Brad Kay. Here's Sam Meyer, Prism. Ty Gibbs, Sensations. And a Kyle Busch on the pit road. Okay, one more roll. Here is Austin Dillon versus Kyle Busch. Number 2, Austin Dillon. Yeah, looks like the left side was winning. All right, last stack. Here's what we need. A little last stack magic here. Here's the last stack of the break. Again, don't go anywhere. I'll show all the ones I top loaded already. Got 2 color wheels right there in the fire. Nice to have a break with 2 color wheels. We had a zebra, a Greg Biffle zebra, but I'm still holding out for a 101 here. All right. Good luck, everybody. We're looking at Chris Buescher and Sam Meyer. Here is Allmendinger blue and a Justin Bonsignor autograph. A blue out of 99. There you go. Numbered out of 99. Sheldon Creed, Chase Elliott, JHN. Here's a purple Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, KK, and Chandler Smith and Justin Haley. Here's Brad K. Tricolor and a Kyle Busch and Fuego. And how about a high number Chase Elliott? Here is Richard Petty, Sammy Smith, Bill Elliott, and Connor Daly. Connor Daly autograph now. Ooh. Got excited when I said Connor. Connor Daly autograph. Just a little more. Christian Eckes. We have Kyle Petty, Connor Mosek. Oh, here we go. Another Zane Smith. Zane Smith NASCAR. This is our 4th one. For the NASCAR background. And the last pack has Harrison Burton, Ben Rhodes, Ross Chastain, Carson Hocevar, a prism of Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, red and Fuego, and our last card of the night, Luke Fenhouse. Okay, let me show all the Thanks again, everybody, for being here. Let me show all the ones we top loaded, and I'll get shipping notifications tomorrow. I'll put them in the mail tomorrow. Don't worry about that. All right, let's pull down the Wall of Fame here. And let's go with the autographs. Here's what we see so far. We're looking at Richard Petty. Richard Petty, our gold autograph. Cliff Daniels, that's a nice one. I think that's a good looking autograph there. Here is Connor Daly. I'm going to count those two. Connor Daly, Justin Bonsignor, trackside. We had William Swalich and a Jade Buford, no way. Here is Landon Castle, Corey Day, Michael McDowell, because I'm a Michael McDowell magnet, and there's always a Michael McDowell. Riley Hurst. Here is Daniel Dye. Nick Sanchez, one of my worst autographs. Brittany Z. B. Zamora. I don't know how many of those did she sign. A lot of them. Here is Jack Wood. Bobby Labonte. Brennan Poole. That's nice. It's got a little bit of everything there. Tie-dye. Darryl Waltrip. Austin Dillon. And Carl Edwards. And a little Joey Goss. There, Kevin Harvick auto. Derek DeKraus. And Spencer Boyd. And like I said, 2 Landon Castle autographs for this one. All right, let's take a look at, here was our tandems, our dueling ones. There were 2 of those. We had a blue and a red one. And let's count the tie-dyes. Zane Smith, tie-dye. William Byron, tie-dye, trackside. Kyle Busch, I'm sorry, William Byron, this is a pit road tie-dye. Kyle Busch, trackside tie-dye. And Fuego, Richard Petty and Fuego tie-dye. We had Austin Dillon, pit road tie-dye. Kevin Harvick, pit road tie-dye. Kyle Larson, trackside tie-dye. Jamie McMurray, pit road tie-dye. So not counting the autograph tie-dyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tie-dyes, not counting the autograph ones. Okay, then we had 4 of these. Zane Smith, Tyler Reddick, William Byron, and Alex Bowman. So 4 NASCAR backdrops. And then our countdown, we had a gold, Justin Allgaier. We had 2 emeralds, Caden Honeycutt and Connor Daly out of 5. And then here was Greg Biffle. Here was our zebra. And 2 color wheels, Brad Kay and Ryan Blaney was the 2 color wheels. And there we go, a little highlight reel. Thank you so much, everybody.